Joining us for the latest managerial interviews, joint manager Jon Underwood. Jon, I guess at the end of it, you're going to be really pleased with the 3 points. First half, maybe shaded it a little. Second half, it was a few errors again for Slough, but you're going to be really happy with those 3 points this evening.
Yeah, I'm beyond happy, to be honest. Considering the circumstances that obviously we found ourselves in and a big gap since our last game, I was really obviously hoping that we could win today so that I can be standing here talking about those things, having won, and not like being made to look like I'm making excuses. You know, these boys have had a really tough 3 or 4 weeks. You know, we had 3 weeks where we didn't kick a ball and we were back in Tuesday, Thursday, and while that's been going on, Braintree played 5 games and they're in match mode, if you like, you know, and that was my concern coming in today, is that we might be that we would be rusty, and it's that sort of little competitive edge. It's winning your battles, and yeah, it wasn't a pretty game. It was a scrappy game, but what pleased me is that we matched them for all that stuff that, you know, they've been doing over the last few weeks, and we haven't, and we stepped up today, and I thought we matched them every step of the way. I felt we limited them to not a lot, practically nothing from open play. I think they were always a threat with the long throw and set pieces. They had good delivery and they attacked it well. But yeah, and I'm not saying we created loads and loads and loads. You know, our plan when we saw they had a back three, we wanted to get the ball wide, and you know, you have a 2v1 in the wide areas with full-backs and wide players, and we just wanted to get it wide and get it in the box early. And if you know, we chose Ben and Birdie up front, and they need balls in the box, and both of our goals came. Sorry, the first 2 goals. I'm trying to think of the third one now. That was kind of a cross as well, but certainly the first 2 were from great crosses from wide areas and people attacking the ball in the box. So, yeah, obviously pegged back twice, and you know, a bit farcical the first one. 2 minutes, I think less than 2 minutes after we've scored, and that's probably why I'm even more proud, because twice we've been pegged back, having worked so hard to get in front. 2 great goals, our first 2 goals. And then obviously we gift them the equaliser, and then obviously the penalty. It's a long way from me to be sure about sort of distances and could Jacka come quicker, could a centre half have dealt with it. It was very hard to tell, but it wasn't a good goal from our point of view. That's for clear. That's for sure. And again, that was probably within 5 minutes of going 2-1 up. And you know, you could forgive a side for being a little bit flat after that, and it gives them a massive lift as well. So yeah, the character we've shown to go again and nick it at the end, you know, proper full-blooded game today, and yeah, we needed that. We needed that win, and I'm just so pleased for our players, because it is hard to go from nothing for 4.5 weeks in terms of matches to playing a game like that at this level, in a really competitive league, and we've come out with the points, and I think we deserved them, if I'm honest.
Really the first time that you've had a fully fit squad, and then in warm-up Guy Hollis gets injured and Mark Nisbet has to come in. Nisbet, apart from that foul on Yusuf that got him a yellow card, was outstanding today at centre-back. Bearing in mind it's his first game for absolutely ages, yeah. And comes in at short notice and does the job for you. Yeah, he was brilliant. Yeah, Guy had been playing well before we had the break, and him and Sam have been doing well. So he had a slight problem with his ankle, but we thought he was going to be okay, and then as soon as he started the warm-up, he wasn't. So we had Niz there ready, and like you said, he stepped in and looked like he hadn't been away, you know, and both centre halves in fact were outstanding, I thought, today. So yeah, we've got a good squad. We've got not a huge squad, but we've got like a very a competitive squad throughout. We've got no squad players. Like, all of these boys could be starting. Sean unfortunately didn't make the 16. That shows how strong we are today. So yeah, I mean, before Christmas, as you know, we had problems. We were drafting in players to make up the bench down at Havant, and now we've got 18. So, but we're now Saturday, Tuesday, and we're going to need those players. So, yeah, I can't praise them enough today. I think character, work rate, the fitness levels. You know, boys have been training on their own, going out and doing runs and that, and our fitness to compete with a side that's been playing week in, week out is superb, to be honest. Is it going to be helpful to you, the fact that with a small squad and you're going to be playing quite regularly now, you've only played 11 games so far this season, that they're going to get match fitness quickly rather than having a week's break in between games?
The games are going to come thick and fast. Our job is to try and get the right balance in our teams and maybe rotate a little bit. But then when you've got a win, you don't really want to change much. Ebbsfleet Tuesday is a completely different game to this one in terms of the way they play, the way Braintree play. So we'll have to be, it may be that we tweak something and play a slightly different way. I'm happy with how we set up today. I'm happy with the team we picked. I think the boys did us proud, and we need to look at Tuesday now and look upwards. We don't enjoy being where we are in the table, and today is a big step forward. We need to try and build on it.
So you signed Ryan Bird as a striker. You turned him into a defender. He's come back as a striker, and he doesn't score many goals from far out. They're normally inside the 6-yard box, but that's what you wanted from a striker.
Yeah, we all know the history behind Birdie when he joined us and the tough time he had then, and he did a very good job at centre half for us, and we pushed him back up there earlier this season. We just felt we needed a bit more of a physical presence up there, and obviously we paired him up with Ben today. I thought Ben was superb today. Again, Ben's done so little football this season, and he's had a bit of a back problem, and he scored one, he's set up one, he's been a constant thorn in their side, and he also gives you the defensive side. He's winning headers in his own box. I thought he was outstanding today. But yeah, Birdie, he's a handful, and I think when you play him with a Ben, it takes the pressure off Ben a little bit, because Birdie becomes the one they worry about with his size, and Ben gets maybe a little bit more joy off him. But we've got other good strikers as well. Robert come on and was lively. We've got Hodgie. We've got good options in the squad. So delighted. It's a funny situation at the minute, as we all know. I mean, I just said to them in there, they should have been out here getting claps off the pitch today, and we should be in the bar now having a beer and enjoying it. And that side of it is what we really miss. That interaction with the fans and being able we should be celebrating that. And it feels a bit flat. It feels a bit flat. And everything I've just said, we've had to focus on football this week because we're back to it. But everything that I've been saying and we as a club have been saying stands. We shouldn't be doing this. It's not safe. We shouldn't be doing it. And I'll keep saying that, and I want us to keep winning and go up the table so that I'm allowed to talk about it, because I think when you're in the bottom three, you're not allowed to talk about player safety. So hopefully a few more wins, we can get in the top half, and then we'll be taken seriously. And I'm frustrated by it, as you can tell. We've just won, but I remain frustrated by the situation we find ourselves in, and I think things are going to come to a head soon. And testing, funding, there's all sorts, and I think we as clubs are being left in the dark. I know there's a meeting this week, and we may get some more information. But I think this whole situation we find ourselves in is farcical, and I'm allowed to say it today because we've won. And I want to finish on our boys, because I don't want to be the miserable so and so. But we can't forget the situation that we're in, and it's not right. But our boys have pushed all that to one side today, and you kind of have to go from saying we shouldn't be playing football to going and trying to win a game of football, and that's not an easy mindset, and probably easier for me being off the pitch. But the players have got their concerns, but they've gone out there, and you'd have never known they haven't been playing. So I want to finish on a real positive comment, and I can't be proud enough of that performance. And it's one win, it's 3 points, but it's a step in the right direction, and we've got to try and raise our energy levels now for Tuesday, which is a really tough game against Ebbsfleet.
Yeah, Jon, you're giving the Slough fans something to cheer about this weekend. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Aid.
Cheers.